Hello, I'm PXToyCat and welcome back to some Minecraft update news videos. Today I have some pretty good news to share with you all regarding the next big update for Minecraft Java and Minecraft Bedrock, because we have some confirmation from the developers regarding features that a lot of people assumed they would never update and add into the game. And to clarify, they really are features people assumed they never would update and add into the game. And in case you don't see through the stupid code and puns I'm doing right now, basically we have seen actual confirmation that never would is a real thing, and not just a real thing in and of itself, but rather a material in the 1.16 Never update, which means you're going to be able to see buttons, doors, stairs, all of the other wooden variations you currently see in Minecraft are going to be expanded, and that is a pretty cool news for something I'll explain in today's video, because we also have news regarding when we can see and play around with this ourselves in the form of a snapshot. Allow me to talk about those things and more in today's Minecraft news video. And I guess the most important place to start with this one is regarding my last news video talking about the secrets, because it'd been mentioned before that there were definitely some form of secrets you could find inside the Nether images that we went through a few days ago over here. And although everything we mentioned was correct, there was an upside down staircase, there was a Nether tint that changed depending on your biome, it seemed, and there was of course also the glowberry thing. It's worth mentioning what I called the glowberry wasn't something brand new, it was something revealed at Minecon, and it's something a lot of people are calling the popped glowstone. Obviously the final name will change before the snapshot, maybe we're gonna have to see what they actually call it, but just bear in mind that was something that we actually already had seen, and it's something I wanted to set straight because on this channel I try my best to actually talk about the new news, so very sorry about that one. But for those of you who were new to it, hopefully you learned something new about the brand new glowstone looking block that exists in Minecraft, and hopefully you're going to be excited about today's news, because as well as just the upside down stair that you could see in one of the images, later it was found that there was a button, and also we found a fence post in one of the images. Like, they were very, very, very well hidden. But one of the interesting things is that Minecube News is someone who actually decided to post this on Twitter, saying secret hidden blocks, all the blocks hidden from yesterday's photo. It's hidden very well though, but my keen eyes spotted them all. Here they are, and then there's 4 separate images, one for the upside down staircase, one for a button, one for the fence post, and then there's also one that we can't even really comprehend right here. I believe it's a fence post top. But then Lady Agnes, who is one of Minecraft's cutest developers, if you don't mind me saying so myself, responded in response to that, saying impressive, and then some clapping hands, and then a winking emoji, like, hey, you got the secret right there. And this confirms that they're not just apparitions we're seeing. Again, the upside down staircase we were 99% sure on. The fence post we were a little bit less sure on, and again, if you saw the button, personally I wasn't sure enough that it wasn't just some stuff. I was like 50-50 on that. But the fact that Lady Agnes has responded saying impressive rather than saying if it was mostly wrong, she wouldn't respond to it at all, or she'd say like something taunting, but she's just like, impressive, you got them. Well, you found 4 of the things that were hidden in those images, and that's pretty cool. So clearly you need to follow Minecube News, who is one of the first people to find this, and clearly one of the only person who Lady Agnes responded to. So good job to Minecube _ News 1 on Twitter. You should definitely check them out if you want to see more of this sort of stuff, because as well as that, which was directly confirmed by Lady Agnes, and don't get me wrong, Neverwood's cool, we'll explain why in a second, but also, as well as that, something I thought was really interesting is they also found something on the Minecraft Instagram page, because on that page you see a lot of weird promotions for things on the Minecraft.net websites. You see some teasers, some really nice art put together, including this one for the Nether update, and you might look at this Nether update thing and be like, oh yeah, that's really cool, it's a really stylistic view of the Nether. It's not a realistic Minecraft character though, the Nether won't actually look like this and have structures like this. I mean, it's a fun thing to dream about, but it's not realistic. But the thing about this that is so interesting is that if you look, they have 2 things in there that are very much prominently shown as like, oh, that's Goldor on the left, and oh, that's Goldor on the right, which although technically doesn't confirm anything, because again, it's a promotional image, it seems really weird that one of the very few features they show off in this promotional image is something Jeb has directly said himself multiple times in response to a popular Minecraft suggestion thread, that like, oh yeah, gold would make sense in the Nether. It's one of those things that's basically been on the list of like things they want to do in Minecraft for a while, and it makes sense that given the Nether update, Goldor would be a good fit for that. But it makes even more sense when you combine it with this teaser, which includes Goldor in the Nether. You don't hint that you want to do gold in the Nether. You don't then have a Nether update where you don't decide to do it after doing that. So I think one of the smaller features in this update, or one of the kind of secrety features almost, is going to be Goldor in the Nether, which is super, super exciting. Just to mention it, I don't think it's necessarily so much of a big thing. Again, I'm quite skeptical when it comes to these sorts of things. Is if you look at this second image that came alongside it, you can also see how in the background of this, there's some form of weird like dying plant. It looks almost like a chorus plant, but like a blue one for the Nether. Again, this might be a brand new biome we haven't seen yet in the Nether. This might be a brand new type of plant we haven't seen yet. But again, based on the fact that the backgrounds and the environments, they're meant to look cool and exciting, and they might not be based on final stuff. Or maybe that is one of the teasers for a future biome. I want to mention it as a thing that might be a thing right here, but again, I'm not as confident about it as we usually essentially of this sort of stuff, and I want to be very clear of that. I'm not going to lie to you about what I believe is in the game for the sake of trying to make a more exciting or sensational video, because I've said it before and I'll say it again, but I feel like, you know, being honest is important on YouTube, or at least it's important to me. Maybe it's a terrible, business move in the long run, but it's something I want to do, which is why also I want to move to the last thing here, which is also very exciting, because KojoMax99, Corey Shiviak, the Minecraft developer behind the Brown Mushroom, he's a fairly new Java developer, but he's also a fairly funny one, as you might know, tweeted out saying, "I see a lot of people speculating about a Nether snapshot. What a weird thing for people to speculate about." And then on response to that, Henrik Knieberg, another Minecraft developer, just goes, "Wonder why?" ? And again, I mean, like, sure, this technically might not mean something, but with the context of the fact that both these developers tweeted out teasers this week, with the context that, like, oh yeah, people have been asking about snapshots non-stop, rather than, you know, like, responding to them saying no snapshot soon, or like, oh, it's not happening here, it seems as though they're tweeting this as like a taunting measure. I would guess it's almost certain that next week or the week after we see a Nether snapshot. If it's not like being planned right now or explicitly ready, it's definitely in the last stages of getting ready, because they're getting all this hype built for the Nether update, and it definitely makes sense to me that that's something they do, you know, before they release the thing. I mean, it's just like, you know, this is how hype works. You build people's interest up with vague and confusing things, and then you explain what's actually happening later. In the case of the Nether update, of course, that's a big push forward for Minecraft, and it's going to be one of the biggest content releases of the year. You might think they release a snapshot most weeks of the year. Obviously, they take big breaks after they release an update, but that means that like half of the weeks of the year, they're releasing a snapshot. However, this is like a big build-up of content. This is one of the big first looks at some content in the year, almost as big as an update just for people who are checking the pre-release snapshots for Java. Again, you can't expect to see one equally as big on Bedrock. It is unlikely, not impossible, just unlikely. And also, Bedrock betas aren't on a platform that play Bedrock. Also, most people who have Bedrock can't download the betas because you have to opt into some stuff. But my point is, we as the Minecraft community, Asterix, will be able to play the Nether update in a early version to check the, you know, the core features they've done so far, which is not going to be all of the update or even close to it, but a large portion of it in a certain amount of time, and that is very exciting. So why should you be excited to see all these new features? Why is the new snapshot inbound so exciting? Even though for me it's weird because it's likely going to release while I'm in the air because I'm flying on Tuesday. Fun fact, you know, wow, I'm going places, exciting time. But ignoring me, like, why should you be excited about this update? And obviously there's the fact that, like, oh yeah, there's going to be massive changes to the Nether generation, the generation of an entire dimension, and like, oh yeah, there's going to be a whole new mechanic in the form of bartering, which we haven't seen how the trades are going to, you know, work in terms of what you'll get in exchange for what you put in. But it's like, I mean, besides those things, it's like, well, now we know that these brand new biomes, which produce, by the way, a new type of mob and a new type of wood, that wood is going to be craftable into different things. We've seen, again, the fences, we've seen the staircase and the button, and therefore it's logical to assume that all of the other wood variations come along with it, which, just in case you're curious, just for fun here, would include signs, would include, you know, a Nether wood sign, wouldn't that be cool? Would include a Nether wood bolt, would include a Nether wood fence gate, would include Nether wood slabs, would include Nether wood pressure plates, Nether wood trapdoors, as well as, of course, the fact that it's just a brand new building material by itself. It's going to have a brand new type of sapling. It's going to be a lot of different things in the form of a new wood, because when you introduce a new wood, you have to introduce a lot of new, you know, subtypes of that, and it looks like there's 2 brand new types of wood, it seems as though, based on the things here. So yeah, there's a lot of brand new things for builders in this update, as well as the explorers, and obviously as well as the people who like playing around mechanics, because we've got the brand new bartering mechanic, as well as how those Nether biomes work together. There's a lot of stuff for everyone just already in this update, and that's what makes the Nether update so exciting to want to be looked around in a snapshot form. That's why I'm personally so excited, and that's why I wanted to make this video, just to let you know that it's definitely there, and also to let you know that sometime in the next week or 2, we are going to be seeing a big burst of this, and you know, we'll have to put everything else on hold for a bit so we can properly give some time to the snapshot and find the fun little secrets hidden within, because these are just the secrets we found in images, these are just the secrets we found in the things they've been kind of officially announcing. Think about what else we can find once we actually have the game to play around with. That sounds like it might be a lot of fun, and that's why I'm very excited. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'm going to be very quick my outro here and say like it if you liked it, share if you really liked it, and subscribe with notifications turned on if you want to see more of these videos. I'm going to leave before the video hits 10 minutes, so I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.